Hello and welcome to a look at a duck shoot for the Commodore 64, a game that was made by Mr. Chip Software and released by Mastertronic. Before we get into the actual coverage of the game, I do want to do a small update kind of thing. As you can likely hear, I have gotten myself a new headset and therefore a new microphone. The microphone on my old headset did not pick up my voice, well, unless I was sitting and shouting, which I didn't particularly felt like doing. So I was using a bit of a wonky setup. When it comes to gaming and things in general, I'm a bit of a sound nerd. And as such, the sound card I have in my computer is probably a bit overkill for what I need, but I have a Sound Blaster ZXR, quite a strong and incredibly high quality sound card. And it comes with a separate volume control unit. That volume control unit has a microphone on it, and basically what I was doing was I was placing that unit on something high so I could speak into it. And it was a bit wonky, clunky, and outright convoluted. So I hope that the new headset will alleviate the wonkiness and perhaps not pick up the sound of my breathing as much as the previous setup did. I know it's annoying to listen to, and I do apologize. I didn't have many other options if I wanted to continue to make videos, so I know I've been a bit quiet lately, and that is for multiple reasons. As I've mentioned in the community section, I've been feeling a bit under the weather, but also the fact that there was a comment on one of my recent videos concerning the sound of my breathing, basically, and I probably took it closer to heart than I needed to. But it is something that I'm very, very conscious about, and as I said, I hope this headset will at least somewhat alleviate it. Another thing is that there are certain games that I fully enjoy, and for me, they are just that, games, nothing else. But of course, it is so incredibly easy to offend, agitate, and upset people. So I've been quite hesitant covering some of them. Not this week, but next week I will start covering some of them and see what happens. If people hate the content, then I suppose I will find out soon enough. Another thing that I mentioned long ago I wanted to do was to, from time to time, put a video up on Saturdays and showcase a game that I like or enjoy for whatever reason. And then if people want to see more of it, I can do more of it. No problem. Dragon's Yard is put on temporary hold. It's not put on indefinite hold, but it's definitely put on temporary hold. And it is time for me to start up the expansion to Neverwinter Nights 2 at one point, and that will be in one of the coming weeks. But I have a specific update video concerning that game coming up. I think that's all I need to say for now, so let us talk a bit about Duck Shoot. I think it's relatively easy to identify the source of the inspiration for this game. It would be shooting galleries in various different amusement parks, fun fairs, or whatever people may call those kind of places. But despite the fact that it's called Duck Shoot, shooting the ducks is something you do out of necessity, and that is not actually the objective of the game. There are 8 spinning plates at the top of the screen, and they have to be shot in one sequence, basically in order to complete a level. But of course, because you have 3 rows of various different animals and objects blocking your shots, the more you clear of those, the easier it will be to hit the plates. You also have the different letters in the word bonus, and if you shoot the letters in the correct order as it's just been showcased, you will get a point bonus. You have a bonus timer that will dwindle over time. That is effectively your actual timer. And then you have bullets. If you run out of bullets, you game over. The ducks that flies down from time to time will try to eat your bullets. And if you run out of bonus time, your gun will be frozen in place and the ducks will move a lot faster, meaning that basically running out of bonus time is equivalent to running out of bullets. You end up in the same position as a game over state. Besides the animals you can shoot, you also have some numbered boxes popping up from time to time, and those are extra bullets. From a graphical point of view, this game is not exactly the most impressive game ever made, but it doesn't need to be. You can easily identify the different animals sliding past, scooting past, whatever. And the plates, I don't know what they look like, but they are defined as being plates, and I'm happy to accept that. Of course, being a Mastertronic release, this is a cheap games game, so yeah, you can't expect miracles, and even though it doesn't look particularly awesome, it serves the game. The same can be said for sound effects and music, both which are quite basic, but it sort of sets the tone and theme for the game. And yeah, it's not exactly spectacular in any shape or form, but it works. The gameplay loop is incredibly simple. You don't get a gameplay loop which is much more simple than this. But I have to admit that for the purpose of recording footage for this video, I actually found myself playing this game a lot more than I perhaps expected or intended to, because I wanted to beat that bloody first level, which turned out to be significantly more challenging than I anticipated. But I managed to do it, and I actually had a surprisingly good time while doing so, and that definitely is one appeal for this simple little game. It most assuredly have that feel of just one more game, just one more game, and then you have played 17 one more games. Yeah. This game actually made a reappearance years later in a perhaps slightly surprising location. I think a lot of people saw this as a sort of joke, but as I think is quite evident, this is definitely not a joke, but an Easter egg. And I think it's kind of you'd see that Shaun Southern apparently was so enamored by his early game that he decided to conclude it in this one. On that note, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.